What's up, guys? My name is Paul, and you're watching Alpha Wolf Knife and Weapon Review. And what I put together today are two budget fixed blade knives. The S-Tec. We have a Gen 2, and I guess this would be the original version. If you guys have been scrolling through Amazon or, some of those sites, chances are you've come across one of these knives or similar knives to it. They are budget knives. They're like $20 a piece, $20 on Amazon. You can get them from Wish too. I mean, Wish has them for like $10 and like $8 shipping, making you think it's a $10 knife. But all right, well, we'll get into this, and I'll give you my dislikes and partial likes. There are definitely better knives out there, way better quality, but aesthetics and everything else, we'll get into little details of it and why you might want to purchase one of these if you don't have much money, so we'll see. Anyway, version 2, Gen 2, right here. Holds in the sheath nicely. I saw negative reviews on that it falls out of the sheath. It does not. That's an ABS plastic sheath, by the way. This one is a Kydex sheath. Same thing. Doesn't fall out of the sheath. They are actually in there well. And let's get into these bulky clips, though. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of these bulky clips. If you look at them, they're just huge. This one doesn't even go all the way. So they could do better with the clips, so I'll just take it off altogether and use the lanyard holes. I mean, do you really need a clip that big? Whatever. But, I mean, if that's all you got to spend is 20 bucks, I suppose it'll kind of stay on there, but yeah. Maybe just use the lanyard holes. Anyway, let's take them out and show you. Oh, this one, by the way, before I take it out, I wanted to show you that this one being in your pocket like this is more of a lefty side, because I would want to hold it the opposite way. I'd want my handle to be going this way to take it out of my pocket. So the fact that this isn't reversible is also an issue for me. I would definitely take this clip off because I'm a righty, and like I said, when it's in your pocket like that, you're more or less going to want to have it facing this way to take it out. Which is why this one is actually in the sheath perfectly for a right-handed person. So here's this one. And that one. So Generation 2, I guess it would be version 1 on this one. Generation 2 doesn't have the best steel quality. Well, neither one of them are that great on the steel quality. This is actually CR13, and this is a 440 stainless steel. Aesthetically it looks great and all that. But the CR13, that's really low on the quality of steel. If you take that out hunting or fishing or camping or whatever, just realize it's not going to hold a blade for long. Light work, maybe. If you're only going to be cutting like cord or something like that, or little light things, or nothing too hard, that's fine. You start chipping away at wood on either one of these, and you probably should have a knife sharpener with you, because yeah, they're gonna dull pretty quickly. Like I said, budget knives, they're pretty thick on the spine, so they'll probably take some abuse. But it's a really kind of like a lower carbon steel. It's not, basically with the CRs, the higher the number, the better the steel when it comes to edge retention and whatnot. The lowest I would go for a knife that I actually expected to hold an edge would be like 8 CR13, and up from there, that's the lowest I would expect for a good quality knife steel is 8 CR13. 440, this is what this stated. I don't even know if that's 440 A, B, or C. 440 C is the only really good quality out of the 440s. And that's still on the lower to mid-range of knife steels. Yeah, so when I categorize the steels, I basically go 440A, 420, any Aussie 6, anything below 8 CR13 are your lower end steels. This being 3 CR13, that's a low end steel. And this is 440. If that's actually 440C, that's okay. Slightly above that, it would be like 1095, D2, VG10H1, 14C28N. Those are the good mid-range steels. Those are uses for, heavy use blades that they're not so hard that they'll chip as much, whatnot. So those are good multi-use blade steels. And above that would be, the super steels would be above that, like Maximate, ZDP 189, CPM S110V, M390, CPM S90V. Yeah, those are your super steels. Those are your really high-end steels. Spyderco uses those. Benchmade uses those. Those types of knife makers and whatnot will use those kinds of steels. For your higher end knives, you can easily expect to pay over $100 for that style knife. You're not gonna pay $100 for one of these knives. It's a $20 knife, backup knife, I guess, like I said. But anyway, so we have on these guys overall blade length 8.5 inches on that one, 9 inches on the bottom one. Blade length on this is 3 and looks like 7/8. 3 and 7/8 on that. Blade length on this one, 4 inches, right on the dot. 4 inches. And we have a thickness of just around 8 millimeters on this guy. And Gen 2 is right around 4 millimeters. Okay. Now let's get into the feel. Both of these have pretty much hard plastic on them. There's the S-Tec logo. They are aesthetically pleasing. They look good. But yeah, I mean, for what it is, it looks good anyway. I don't mind the look of it. The spine sticks up slightly. It still feels pretty comfortable. It actually fits in my hand. It's not overly comfortable. G10, rubber, things like that, carbon fiber, that would be obviously a much better knife scale. The jimping, you can, reach up on this blade a little bit, but the jimping isn't fully evenly cut in. It's not sharp, but and it will give you some grip if you want to choke up a little, but the jimping's not great. But cheap knives. And this guy, it's got the little aesthetic holes there. I mean, you call that weight reduction, blood groove, I guess you could say, but I mean, you're not gonna go stabbing anybody, at least I would hope. So let's just say those are aesthetic holes, you know what I mean? This one doesn't have any jimping to choke up on. It's got a little slit here, little thumb groove here. but I would rather have the thumb groove up a little higher. I'm not really sure what this little groove is. Maybe for some fire steel? I don't know. That little groove doesn't do a lot. But yeah, they are good looking knives. And you know, as you know, I do like my loop ring knives. You know, I have my CRKT Provoke. You know, I have I love my karambits. So I have this. It's just like a D2 stone washed karambit. This one's actually a Strider Strider blade, Pirelli design. Oh, Pirella design. I don't know. They're not bad though, because they're D2 blades. They come razor sharp, and they do feel great. And they come with this leather sheath, so I'm not going to get into it fully on this blade. I do like it though. For a cheaper karambit, this thing's great. At some point I'll give you a full review on this guy. I like this one. Anyway, moving on. Also, I've got this guy. I haven't done a review on him yet. It's my Cold Steel Double Agent. Yeah, my Cold Steel Double Agent. I'll be showing that guy in the future. You know. Yeah, and you know, not bad. Not bad looking knives. But yeah, I'd use them as a backup blade. I wouldn't rely on them. Let's do a little weight. Do a little weight comparison on these guys. What do we got on the Gen 2? 5.5 ounces. That's not too bad. And the version 1, 7 ounces. I could feel it was a little heavier. Okay, in my overall opinion on these guys, obviously they should be made out of a little bit better steel. That's why I wouldn't rely on them 100%. If I was going camping or whatever, I would definitely have another blade. Aesthetically, they look pretty good. The handles obviously could be made out of better looking, a little more comfortable material. But, you know, overall, I mean, you know, S-Tec, not the best company, Chinese company, like I said, but, well, you got a little window breaker there. I guess you could use that. I don't know. But anything with a steel end will break a window. So if you like watching this video, regardless of the quality of the knives, just hit like and subscribe. You know, I do all different kinds. I don't segregate my knives. I do high end, I do low end, everything in between, as well as miscellaneous weapons and whatnot. And I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching my channel. Many more to come. So like I said, just hit the subscribe button and you won't miss any videos. Okay, thank you.